Hey guys, what's up and welcome to a new League of Legends video. So as usual, today we're going to be going over the new changes coming for next patch, and there's going to be some pretty exciting stuff and also a pretty incredible amount of balance changes. We're not going to go over every single one of them because this video will be like an hour long, but we'll go over some of them of course. But nonetheless, guys, if you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button as usual. Let's start with the skins. So apparently we have some new sexy skins coming out. We have the Snow Moon skins. We have Caitlyn and Kayn. I mean, the Kayn skin, I'm sorry, but the splash art on this, I very much like. I have to admit, I very much like. We'll take a quick look at the splash arts first. So this is the Ilawe, which also looks, I have to say, quite phenomenal. I really like the blue and the white hair contrast with a little bit of red spice in there. I actually really like the colors, the combination there. It looks really, really nice, and the eyes glowing is just the added effect. And of course, you have Caitlyn here. Pretty cool, but in my opinion, the weakest of the three. No hate, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? So still looks great, don't get me wrong, but like, come on, compared to these two, like especially this, I mean, maybe because I'm just such an edgelord, I love this one. This one's, I mean, Kayn is just the definition of edgelord. And then we also have Ashen Knight Pantheon. Very much like the color scheme on this as well. That kind of dark purple, black, almost kind of, you know, with slight pink to it. Very sexy type of color scheme as well. Very much like that. So all that being said, let's check out the previews, guys. I'm pretty excited. Let's see what we got here. This is the Lao one, of course. As Twitter decides to load. Kind of got that ghost ice element to it, which looks really cool. I actually like that a lot. Let's see the backing animation. Okay, nice little zoom in on the camera. I like that. Okay. Is that the Blood Moon? I feel like something like, hold on, let me, very quick, let me, what's it called again? Snow Moon. So they're like opposite of Blood Moon or something? I mean, the trap looks pretty cool. Other than that, I definitely think Caitlyn got the shorter end of the stick here. Let's see the backing animation though. I love the Blood Moon in the background turning into the kind of sun or Snow Moon. That's a really cool touch. I like that. Okay, okay. The E looks pretty okay. Are they going to show us the forms? Probably not. I mean, hopefully they will. See the backing animation. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually a little disappointed with the in-game Kayn. The splash art was phenomenal. Okay, here we go. Let's see this. This is where it matters, though. Pretty cool transformation. I like the ice on the ground. Cool, cool, cool. This is blue Kayn, of course. Let's see how this looks like. Okay, I like the hair. Okay, that actually looks pretty decent, actually. Okay, that, oh, I like that effect. Okay. So when he possesses them with his ult, you get the Blood Moon, and then it kind of gets destroyed and becomes like the Snow Moon or something. That's a cool touch. Okay, this is much better. The base skin on Kayn before he transforms looked pretty, honestly, quite disappointing. But this, on the other hand, very, very cool. I like that. I like the blue Kayn form a lot. This is the red Kayn form, of course. Let's see. What does this look like? Okay, not bad. Looks pretty similar to regular red Kayn in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong, but let's see. Skills. Pretty cool too. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know. I think the blue Kayn absolutely just completely stole the spotlight there. It looks so much better, man. That blue Kayn looked phenomenal. Let's take a look at the Pantheon skin. Ashen Knight Pantheon. That looks pretty nice. It's a pretty safe skin. It looks like based on, you know, what I see in. Okay, the Q looks quite good actually. Ooh, okay, I take that back entirely. Holy shit. Okay, I take everything back. My goodness, the first few skills, I'm like, you know, whatever. The Q and the ultimate especially look phenomenal, and that back animation is phenomenal. Okay, I have to say, I take back everything I said. You know, they had me in the first half, you know what I'm saying? You know, it looked okay, don't get me wrong, it was pretty cool, but then once he threw the Q and the little flash, that looks really aesthetic. But the ultimate is unbelievably aesthetic. The sound effects, the black kind of wings coming out, kind of super edgy looking, and then the backing animation, actually quite phenomenal, I have to admit. This looks great. If you're a Pantheon one trick or some shit, man, this is the skin to get, no question about it. Holy shit, that looks absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that's the skins coming out, guys. And now, of course, we have an obscene amount of balance changes. Now, again, we're not going to go over everything. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, actually, is scroll through it very quickly. But we're going to read what he says over here. I want to move my camera here for now so we can read this together. So this is a huge one, and he added some philosophy. Okay, let's see. So first and foremost, we're definitely not trying to revert all the damage changes from last patch. The goal of the durability update was to overall lower the general burst in the game, and that seems like a great success so far. However, some champions should be able to threaten burst skills, and they're struggling a bit more than we'd like. I mean, that's not surprising that that was an issue when you put in these kind of changes, but as long as they're addressing it, that's important, that's fine. While you'll see buffs to flat pen and lethality mythics, if an assassin or a mage's, so I heard assassins are horrible now, mage's build sacrifices their ability to burst, they should feel a little bit better. True. Next, a lot of our buffs are going to be targeting weak areas rather than direct damage. So this is returning some healing, buffing some cooldowns, and giving back some mana. Some champions, mainly divers, do need to deal some damage, so they got small buffs, and for some of the base stat nerfs, we knew that giving the same stat package wouldn't be the final solve, so we found that a lot of late game scalers benefited much more from higher base stats, as it meant one of their weaknesses was hard to punish, so we're drawing it back. And lastly, there's the tower changes, which I heard is wonky. Similar to buff, strong towers were a positive change, but went a bit too far in protecting weak early game, and we overshot the target. Yeah, I heard the towers are just destroying. We'll be examining the other towers over the next few patches. Okay, so pretty much they're kind of, going a little bit softer on their changes from the last patch. So we got some buffs over here. So, we have our Aurelia, where you can see her Q healing has been increased, like E cooldown has been decreased early game. You have Lee Sin just getting some early game buffs as well to his base AD and his Q. I'm trying to look for my boys, though. I don't see any, I heard, Zed and everything, and Assassins in general are, quite atrocious. I heard Master Yi's getting gutted this patch. Let's take a look. HP growth is being decreased, and his E true damage is being decreased as well as you rank up. It's a decent amount, but it's not atrocious, but it's a decent amount. And apparently his win rate, I saw from Cowslip, is already pretty atrocious, so there's that. So we have some changes to some Fizz over here. So the mana growth on Fizz is being increased substantially, actually, but his health growth is being decreased. So a little bit higher risk, higher reward. So you can spam more abilities, but you have to make sure you know what you're doing, which makes sense. Is there nothing to Zed or anything at all? Wow, there actually is nothing to Zed or anything at all. So again, guys, there's an insane amount of tower damage. Auto tower damage is being decreased by a fair amount, actually. It's a decent amount. Umbral Glaive cooldown being increased. Is it finally a broken item? This is the first time I've seen Umbral Glaive get nerfed. It's always been buffed for months, which is interesting. Gore Drinker buff. I mean, whenever I see this, I'm already kind of nervous. I'll be completely honest. Usually when you see a Gore Drinker buff, it tends to be a Gore Drinker meta, but we'll see how much this affects it. I mean, the Mythic passive Haste is, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's a decent buff, in all honesty. That's not little, considering it does obviously stack per legendary item. So we'll see what that turns into. I mean, that's always a spooky item to buff. But nonetheless, guys, there's a bunch of changes here. Again, I don't want to go over every single change because there are just an obscene amount. Actually, Rengar getting nerfed, which is interestingly enough. So his base HP is going down by that much. 35. That's a lot. And his R cooldown is also being increased as you rank it up by 20 seconds. That's a decent nerf to Rengar, believe it or not, because his base HP being reduced. I'm not sure how much the durability helped him in his clear in the jungle, but he's always had a weak clear. So I'm assuming the durability buff helped him quite a bit, because now they're lowering this base HP by 35. Level 1 essentially is a lot. It's going to affect his early game clear a lot. So I'm assuming the durability patch buffed him substantially more than necessary, so he should be, I'm assuming, fine. But from what I remember, Rengar has historically had a pretty weak early game clear, or first clear specifically, so see how that affects him. But either way, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you think down below. The skins, by the way, phenomenal, so see what happens with that as well. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.